Yo, what's up, guys? Today we're gonna go over the state of early access update that GGG released a couple days ago, and we're gonna do it quick. And I'm gonna talk about some points that I'm actually worried about at the end. So it's been 10 weeks now that we are in early access. We got 8 patches and some actually 31 odd fixes. Pretty cool, right? They worked pretty hard. Quality of life features, two of the big ones are the ability to teleport around the map with checkpoints and override items in sockets, but there are a lot of smaller ones as well. We've also been making quality of life improved balance changes, like reducing the cost of respecking, which is pretty cool, making dodge roll get you stuck less often, and making reviving easier in multiplayer. So the dodge roll change was very well received, and now it is way easier to dodge out of danger and it feels way more awesome. But this one is a little point that I'm actually worried. If you have watched the Ben's video, the point that he made about maps was there was a lot of red flags as soon as they actually started adding checkpoints to the maps. The point is, you could add 10,000 checkpoints at every corner of the maps, in every maps, and it wouldn't change the pace of mapping right now. I don't think I don't think, I don't think this is the solution for a proper mapping system, and I really hope that they actually go back to the drawing table for that point. Checkpoints are absolutely garbage, I am going to be honest right there. The layouts, I think there's like 3 or 4 maps that have like good layouts. Some of them are medium and a lot of them are actually very, very, very bad. So I really hope that they actually go towards, we're going to do a rework of the layouts instead of adding too many checkpoints, because I don't think that this is going to solve any problems right now. So let's go with improving the core experience of mapping. To start, we improved the rewards of Endgame by buffing drops from rare monsters. So this is pretty cool, but at the same time, it's kind of meh, because like only the rare monsters seem to drop most of the stuff. So you actually just spec into more rare monsters all the time to get more loot, and I don't think that this is actually a good thing. We also had a lot of balance adjustment, which is kind of cool. We did full rebalance of all the content that can spawn in maps. So like rituals, breach, strong boxes. Strong boxes, I always said that they were shit. Now they feel better. But yeah, I can't wait to see what's gonna be the future of mechanics in maps. I think breaches are still the meta, like the S tier mechanic in maps. Feels very good, and I think the standard should be like just breach, but like I can't wait to see what's gonna. Yeah, I can't wait to see like other mechanics, how they are going to evolve in time. And we realized that we were undershot. Yeah, this is actually a good point. And we realized that we had way undershot the number of bosses in endgame. So now there's like more bosses, and there's also the tablets. If you want to focus on more bosses, you can actually boost the towers with bosses tablets. But towers, I'll talk about that at the end. There's like 2 points that I really want to talk about is maps and games, like map slash endgame and crafting. But yeah, we kind of talked already about mapping, but I'll talk about it even more. We also added respawning to the endgame pinnacles. That is pretty cool. That is actually pretty cool. Now every bosses do have a respawn, so breaches, arbiter, everything has like respawns now. It feels very good, right? And there is still a lot more to do to improve the end game, though. Yes, for sure. Item improvement, existing uniques got a lot of improvement. Now that is a little bit of a problem. I've always had a hard time with Path of Exile's uniques. I think some of them are very, very unique, very niche, very fun to have in your build. But I don't know, they do uniques in such a different way compared to Last Epoch and Diablo and other games. My problem is, let's take boots for example. I think every unique pair of boots should have movement speed. The game, if you don't have movement speed in game, you're literally wrecked. Like, it's not gonna work. So it kind of sucks to know that you might stumble upon a pair of unique boots that you're not gonna use because they don't have any movement speed. In PoE 1 or anything else where movement is more part of your like builds, right? Like you can blink or teleport or move faster. It's not that much of a problem. But in PoE 2, movement speed is crucial. So I don't know what's going to be their stance in the future about movement speed, but movement speed should be on every unique pair of boots. From like 10% to maybe 35 or something like that. I don't know, but it just sucks because most of the time, like, I'm not gonna wear a pair of boots that I find because like they don't have any movement speed. So yeah, but I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with the uniques in the future. For now, I would say there's a couple of them that are very, very cool, but yeah, I'm having a hard time with PoE's uniques in general compared to, let's say, Last Epoch. But yeah, like the ones that are very build defining are very, very cool. So I don't know, maybe there should be an in between, but I feel like with Path of Exile, it's either all in or nothing. So yeah, can't wait to see what's gonna change for the uniques in the future. Fixing bad balance at liars. So yeah, they fixed a lot of stuff. They addressed like difficulty problems in both Trial of Chaos and Trial of Sekimo. I think those were very welcomed by the community. I think like they are in a good state right now. We could, I was actually thinking of making a video about Ascending because I think in the beginning I thought that Ascending was actually very problematic. Now I would say it's actually fair, but we could discuss about it. But yeah, I was actually thinking of making a whole video about it, so I'm not gonna go like too much into details right now. Tons of changes to monsters, one shots. Yeah, definitely after the, I don't remember what patch it was, like maybe the last one or something like that. There's less one shots. It feels way better to map now. Still gotta be careful, but the reflex of like after killing a pack to, you know, backtrack a little bit and wait like it's better now. So at least that's pretty cool. Improved the telegraphing. I think there should be still more improved telegraphing. Most of the time I mean, if I haven't done a boss like many times, sometimes I'm just gonna not see an attack coming, but at the same time it's just learning a fight, so I don't know, maybe they could improve it a little bit, but yeah, we'll see. Buffed minimum item drops, to name a few, blah blah blah. On the player side of thing, we did big pass to improve the balance of many skills. We did attempt to address some of the overpowered player skills, but backed off somewhat in order to prevent breaking people's character. This is a very good point that they made. We initially thought that there would be more tolerance for this kind of thing during early access, but we were incorrect. We will save these changes like this for the larger balance update. The best example, cast on freeze. You know, everyone was playing the cast on freeze comet at the beginning, and people were actually very much enjoying this, and in my opinion, it was not overperforming. That's just my opinion. I think it was actually a fair build, and now it's just not working anymore. Like, there's no point to have a build around that, but like you can have it in your build to add a little bit of spice to it, but like your build is not gonna be defined around that anymore, and I think it was a fair build. But yeah, that's a good thing. A huge chunk of the player base, they don't play like 10-12 hours like I do every day, you know. Like when that happened, I just made another character and I found another build, right? But the reality is it's not like this for everyone. So I think it's important for GGG to understand this, that if you have like a very good build that a lot of players are playing right now, let them play like this. They're gonna be playing this build for maybe like a couple more weeks, and then like next league or like couple months after, like just tune this a little bit. If it's really great game breaking and it's actually breaking the servers, it's like, I understand that, but like, was there a need to nerf this build at this moment when everyone was actually enjoying this build? I don't think so. And I'm also thinking of the more casual players that they were enjoying the game a lot and they were enjoying the build, and now it's just, you know. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing that they will save the changes like this for larger balance updates. It's pretty cool. We are still nerfing things if they are totally aggregated. Yeah, exactly. Like that. That's normal. It's common sense, right? Fixing crashes. I just rolled the new Windows update, so I can't tell about the this one, the Windows 11 24H2 update. I've read that, but apparently that it can still happen. You can switch to Vulkan, but yeah, I've been playing PoE1 for the past couple of days, so maybe I'll see. I'll see if it still crashes. Maybe guys, if you can tell me if it still crashes, I would like to know. The biggest problems. So major balance issue with many player skill and build, both too high and too low. Definitely there's a lot of things that are strong and there's a lot of things that are not strong at all. So I can't wait to see what kind of balance they will do in the future. Can't wait to see that. Like, I think if you like playing I don't know, a fire sorceress, it should perform as much as a lightning sorceress, right? Archmage is just busted right now compared to anything else. So it's like, I don't know. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do for the balance, and I just hope that everyone will, you know, find their little build and be amazed by the skills that they picked and have fun and be able to clear with ease. There's always going to be, it's ARPGs, right? There's always going to be builds that perform more, but I think like there's a big difference right now if you want to play like, you know, a lightning sorceress with archmage compared to a fire build or anything else, like a frost build. Like there's literally no frost build right now. I think I haven't seen any like very viable frost build. I think we should have the option to have like more underperforming builds perform a little bit more. Not enough character build option, including build defining uniques. Yeah, definitely can't wait to see more of that. And game progression balance is off. Thanks God, they know, they are aware. Even in the last video that Jonathan Rogers did, he stated like Endgame is off right now. They don't like the Endgame, so I can't wait to see what they're gonna come with. Like we could talk about that for like 30 minutes, but like they know it. Can't wait to see what's gonna be the next reset, how it gonna feels like when you reach the Endgame. And yeah, not enough cool things to find in Endgame, so that's pretty cool. They're saying that in 0.020 that they will have more stuff, but like probably the druid and the huntress, and maybe even more. I don't know. They don't have a timeline, so I would say honestly I'm expecting like maybe the first week of March or at the very end of February, maybe the 28th, something like that. But the thing is, I know that GGG are talking to 11th Hour Studio, and 11th Hour Studio, well, Last Epoch, they are releasing their next season in April. So I think that both are gonna be dancing together and releasing content like maybe you know, not at the same time. I don't think both studios gives a damn about Diablo 4, so well, maybe, I don't know. But the thing is, I'm expecting like maybe 020 to hit in like at the very end of February or early March. So in April, we can actually have the last epoch like season, and it's gonna give time for everyone to breathe. And I know that a lot of players, myself included, want to jump back in last epoch, and yeah. That's gonna be very cool. Big rework of the end game, new bosses, new pinnacle boss. I think new crafting, new everything. Like they took 9 months of like cooking. I'm pretty sure an amazing meal, and I'm gonna bite in that meal, man. I can tell you. I feel like that's gonna be very awesome. So 2 points that I wanted to talk about for Path of Exile 2. The maps, we talked about it at the beginning. I don't think the amount of checkpoints you could add one every corner, it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change the layout, and I think people are gonna burn out of the layouts of the maps as they are currently. They don't feel good at all. They don't feel good. They should rework them and take the ones that are performing like very well, like Savannah. Like I would say a mid map for me is like Forge, right? Forge is like, it's a cool map. The corridors are not like super too small. It's okay, but the layout sometimes can be a little bit weird. But like that, for me, that's a mid map, and a S tier map, it's like Savannah, right? Mire, Augury, all those maps, I think they should be reworked. They don't feel good. They don't feel good, and I think people will burn out of those maps, because the thing is, we don't have control over that. And that's gonna be my other point. When you are in your atlas and you do towers to juice your maps, you're always gonna have like 3-4 bad maps who are juiced for absolutely no reason for maybe one good map. And that's a very big problem. Like, I feel like you're like, when I'm playing, I don't feel like it's that great when I'm mapping in PoE2 right now. I'm not saying it's completely garbage. Like, I got them, and I've got like what 627 hours, something like that in PoE2. Like, I'm enjoying the game, but I think it could be even better. And if we don't give feedbacks like this, it's not gonna improve. Yeah, mapping, it doesn't feel good. The amount of checkpoints they could add, like one every corner, doesn't work. The layouts, they don't work, and I really think that they should go back to the drawing table. And my next point was gonna be crafting. Crafting is garbage, and I don't know why there's no mention of crafting in there. Like, it's just gambling. It's bad. Please, GGG. Like, I'm gonna end this video like this. Crafting is bad. I don't have anything else to say. We could watch 1,000 videos. I can put like links in the description of 1,000 videos explaining why crafting is bad. Crafting is bad, period. That's it. It's bad. It's not fun. Not at all. Not at all. It's just gambling. Not fun at all. And I really hope that we see some changes very soon. Maybe in 020, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like the more time it takes, the more like a lot of players are not gonna come back. And I think a lot of players are gonna come back in PoE2 when crafting is actually gonna have some kind of meaning. Right now, it just doesn't have any meaning. So yeah, those are my thoughts for the 020 and GGG update that they did a couple days ago. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about all of this. What do you want to see changed in the game? What do you want to see added? What do you want to see removed? Are you pleased with the game? Like, for you, is Path of Exile 2 like pristine? It's top clean. It's all right. And by the way, guys, I know like it's early access. I know that. Okay, we're giving feedbacks. We're going over the updates, and we're just laying down the points that we think could be changed for a better game. Anyways, that was this for today's video. Thank you so much for staying. And if you're new to the channel, if you want to help me reach 1,000 subscribers, it would be very appreciated. So thank you, and have a good day. Peace.